Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Garcia, and today I'll be discussing The Stubborn by David Lawrence Morse and connecting it to John Stuart Mill's ideas from utilitarianism. I'm sorry, I can't really say that. The question I'll be answering is, should Eliza have given it in to any of the societal demands placed on her? I'll also point to a moment in the textbook that shows this conflict, and I'll also explain why Mill would agree or disagree with my view. So first, should Eliza have given in to societal demands? In the story, Eliza is constantly pressured by the people around her to behave the way they think a woman should. Society wants her to marry, smile politely, and live quietly within their expectations. But Eliza resists. She chooses honesty over politeness and integrity over comfort. I believe Eliza should not have given in to any of those societal demands. Her stubbornness isn't just pride, it's a moral strength. By refusing to live a lie, she maintains her dignity and authenticity. Conforming would have given her momentary peace, but it would have also destroyed her sense of self. Her sense of self. Eliza's refusal shows that true happiness isn't about following others blindly, but about staying true to one's convictions even when it's painful or when it hurts. In many ways, her stubbornness represents freedom, the freedom to think, to feel, and to live honestly. But society in the story values obedience over truth, but Eliza understands that pretending to be happy for the sake of others leads to a deeper kind of unhappiness. So, no, she shouldn't have given in, because doing so would have betrayed who she really is. On to part number 2, or question number 2, a moment in the text that shows this conflict. So, a powerful moment that reveals this tension is when Eliza says, "They want me to smile when I don't feel like smiling, to love when I don't feel love." It captures everything about her struggle. This quote shows that the people around her expect fake emotions just to maintain social harmony. Eliza's honesty threatens that harmony, but her refusal to pretend is an act of moral courage. This is the moment where she comes closest to giving in, because she sees how much easier life would be if she just played along. But she decides not to. That decision is the heart of the story. It's about choosing integrity over acceptance. It's about valuing truth over comfort. In the moment, Eliza recognizes that pleasing society would bring her no real happiness, only emptiness. So, would Mill agree or disagree with Eliza's decision? Now, I believe that Mill would completely agree with Eliza's decision to stand firm against social pressure. In utilitarianism, Mill writes, it is better to be a human being dissatisfied than a pig satisfied. Better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a fool satisfied. What Mill means is that there are higher and lower forms of happiness. Lower pleasures are easy and comfortable, like social approval or conformity, while higher pleasures come from moral growth, self-respect, and truth. Eliza's happiness is a higher form because it's rooted in dignity, not in comfort. Even if her stubbornness brings pain, it keeps her free and honest, qualities Mill believed were essential for true human happiness. Mill would also support Eliza's resistance because his philosophy is based on happiness and the idea that actions are right if they promote happiness and wrong if they produce the opposite. But happiness for Mill isn't about short-term pleasure, it's about long-term fulfillment. By standing up for herself, Eliza only preserves her own dignity, but also changes unjust social norms, which could eventually lead to greater happiness for others too. So while society views her as a stubborn person, Mill would see her as a courageous person who refuses to exchange her higher pleasures for the comfort of conformity. Her pain, though real, is meaningful because it protects humanity, her humanity. So, in conclusion, Eliza's refusal to give in to society's demands shows the strength of her character. Her stubbornness isn't selfish, it's a form of integrity that aligns with Mill's belief in higher pleasures and moral happiness. The story reminds us that real happiness doesn't come from being liked or accepted, it comes from living truthfully and preserving one's sense of dignity. Thank you.